So starting the test drive in this Palisade here, Hyundai did a really good job making the powertrain for these. And I'm saying that to say it has enough power, you get relatively good fuel economy, and it just drives normally. It drives like you would expect a mid-size 3-row SUV to drive. And it's not like the 2.5 liter turbos we have in the Traverse. I like those, but it just doesn't feel as natural. This feels right with this vehicle. And again, you're not really suffering with the fuel economy compared to putting a 4-cylinder in it. So it was just smart to do that. And then also having the option to basically change how the vehicle responds by having these different drive mode settings. Just a good overall design, I think. I like having the digital display. It looks good, it looks clean, but it still has a natural feel to it as well. I don't feel like I have to change all the settings. You still have your tachometer and the speedometer there where they should be. And then just having the setting I'm in here with the tire pressure monitors, that's just how I would set it up. Now I've had it in the comfort drive mode. The smart is kind of based on how you're driving, how you're reacting, it kind of decides when to use what drive mode. But for me, I like to manually do it just because if I want eco mode, I want to drive that way. If I want sport mode, I want to drive that way. If I want the comfort mode, I want to drive a certain way. So I just like how you're able to differentiate those and kind of decide what you want to use when you want to use it. But the eco mode is pretty good. You can tell there's a difference between that and comfort, but me personally, I like the eco for the highway, comfort for the city. And then if you need to give it a nice pull, put it in sport mode. Speaking of which, we have it there now. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of space here. Here we go. So we're going downhill, but still relatively quick. Like the sound from the engine. Again, I like how this V6 does just overall. Gonna put on the lane centering and then the smart cruise. But I want to give a huge thanks to Hyundai of Cool Springs once again for allowing me to review this Palisade. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home though, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But ride quality's solid in these, it always has been. And one of the reasons these sell so well is there's really nothing, for the most part, that's bad with it from a test drive perspective. Drives nicely, steering feels good, the interior is nice, all the features are pretty straightforward. Nothing out of the ordinary, wonky, anything like that. Now here in the eco mode, I can tell coming out of that corner, I put my foot down a tad and the eco mode was limiting how much get up I was getting. So if I would have pushed it down some more, it would have given me more, but it didn't, just based on how my foot was moving. But I think again, the driving dynamics here are great. The overall feel of the vehicle is good. It just feels natural. It feels like it makes sense. It feels like an SUV that didn't want to be a minivan. And a lot of people that are in this segment, they want a minivan for how it drives, the space, all of that, but they don't want a minivan. And this is a nice compromise here, in my opinion. And then just having the paddle shifters as well that are relatively quick to shift. It has everything. And with that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Hyundai Palisade Limited.